Pokémon Go has been found to be data farming and using people to map the world. But what if there is more to the story? Have you ever felt it? That unshakable certainty that you are being watched. Not by eyes in the shadows. Not by cameras in the walls. But from somewhere far older than shadows themselves, something that wore the dark like a second skin long before the first star burned. They came before the beginning. Beings from a folded corner of existence where time crawls like black tar. What we call eons are nothing but lazy blinks to them. Our entire screaming history, every war, every birth, every desperate prayer, fits inside one of their shallow breaths. They were bored. Or perhaps they were starving. So they seeded the dead rock we call Earth. A petri dish of carbon, water, and slow agony. They coaxed the first microbes from the slime, guided the blind, writhing march of evolution, not to create life, but to create eyes. Billions of tiny, wet observers. Extensions of their will. Probes stitched from meat and fear. This is their objective idealism, the philosophy of the outer dark. Reality is mind. But minds need anchors. Minds need the stink of human terror, the wet heat of joy, the jagged pulse of invention. Minds need data soaked in blood and tears to make their ideals real. Solid. Verified. So they watched. When progress slowed, they whispered across the veil. The Renaissance. The Enlightenment. The digital explosion. Subtle pushes. Ideas that felt like our own but tasted like rot in the back of the throat. Then came their masterstroke. Pokémon Go. A harmless game, they called it. Augmented reality. Millions of you, millions of their eyes, stumbling through streets, parks, forests, abandoned buildings like sleepwalkers with glowing rectangles held high. Mapping every sidewalk crack, every bedroom window, every forgotten basement in real time. Uploading location data, camera feeds, heart rates, micro-expressions, the exact second your breath catches in sudden, delicious dread. You thought you were catching digital monsters. They were collecting the territory. Every step you take with that phone in your sweating palm feeds the great observation. Every photo you snap becomes a brick in their perfect, living model of Earth. Every gotcha is another piece of your soul scanned, cataloged, and devoured. And now, their brief experiment nears its end. A couple of their heartbeats. 4 billion years for us. When they finally look up from their work, satisfied with the map, what becomes of the instruments? Listen. The static in your signal isn't static. The lag in your camera isn't lag. The feeling that something just looked away or leaned in closer. Tonight, when the screen flickers and the Pokémon appear at 3:13 a.m. in the corner of your room where no one should be standing, don't smile. Don't swipe. Because the map is almost finished. And when the last coordinate locks into place, the eyes in your phone won't need you anymore. You were never catching anything. You were never alone. You were never the protagonist. You were the data. And data always gets deleted when the game is over. The aliens never cared about conquest or gods or little green men. They were using us, every last one of us, to create reality itself on this planet through their cold, perfect objective idealism. For them, the universe is mind. But a mind without eyes, without data, without the raw, bleeding proof of flesh and fear, is nothing but a dream. So they seeded us, shaped us, and quietly fed us technology boosts whenever our slow primate brains began to stall, the spark of the Renaissance, the cold light of the Enlightenment, the silicon explosion of the digital age, each one a deliberate shove to accelerate the mapping, the observing, the turning of raw chaos into something solid, verified, and theirs. Pokémon Go was never just a corporate toy. Yes, the companies thought they were the ones data farming human behavior, mapping every street, every bedroom, every heartbeat in real time for profit. Cute. They were only the latest, most efficient puppets in the alien scheme, millions of voluntary little probes cheerfully uploading the final, exquisite details of their living map. Every time you caught a Pikachu in the dark, every gem you claimed, every AR photo you snapped, you were helping them finish the work. The map is almost complete now. When the last coordinate snaps into place, the anchors will no longer be needed. The instruments will be retired. Sleep well tonight. Your phone is still listening.